beautiful people of the earth. Today we're gonna be doing a reaction video. Oh, that's not the video we're reacting to. This is an ad. Just let it play. So we're gonna be reacting to the Fishing for Clout Classroom Horror Stories episode 52. You set your teacher on fire. This seems super fun. So we're gonna do this. So I hope there's not another ad. Okay, there's not. I'm gonna move myself just a little. Okay, let's do this. I'm turning my volume up.
Oh my god, that is gruesome. Why are you being so calm about this? This is not a calming situation. That's attempted homicide, right? I'd quit. Oh my god, is she dead? Is she dead? She's gotta be dead, right?
Why are you saying dead so many times? Write the new intro. Good, editor Emily.
Well, would you look at who it is? Hello there.
Hey.
Bonjour. Yasu. Konnichiwa. Guten Tag. Ni hao. Ciao. Namaste. Privet. Merhaba. Aloha. Hola. Alo. Hej. Marbahan. Sawati. Chin hao. Sanu. Jambo. Sauba.
You done?
Yora. Kamusta. Yaat e. Yatahe. If I missed any of them, go put them in the comments. You're back. That's a problem. I can't believe that. So clearly we didn't start therapy. Regardless, hello. You're back. Episode 52. 5-2. I'll tell you one thing about me. I am old. These stories are aging me at like 3 times speed. I swear to God. But it doesn't matter about the negative effects that I have from these stories. I'll tell you all that matters. You watching these videos, sending it to everyone you know, and then commenting and DMing me saying that you want more. Because you know I'm weak. You know I'm a spineless man. And you know that as long as you're gonna watch, I'm gonna make. Even if I see my sleep paralysis demon 7 nights a week, you're gonna show up on Fridays. This is kind of like a ritual for us now, isn't it? You come together on a Friday, you get yourself a snack, maybe some Takis, which I'm pretty sure is like a government ploy to sell more toilet paper. Haven't been able to prove it yet, but I'm a case study. And you watch these videos and you just
I love these videos so much.
I'm not ha-ha-ha-ing. I'm crying. But you're here. And when you're here, you're family. Wait, was that Olive Garden? When you're here, you're family. When you're here, you're family. Yep, that is the Olive Garden slogan, and I just used it on my video. So can't wait for that super fun, legal situation. Exciting. Maybe if I just adjust it a little bit, I can get away with using most of the sentence, but not the whole thing. When you're here, you're delusional. When you're here, it's gone too far. When you're here, I'm terrified. When you're here, your family's worried. When you're here, you're I feel like one of those could work for a slogan. Put in the comments on which one you like the most as a slogan, and we'll make it a little catchphrase for the show. Personally, I'm a fan of when you're here, you're All right, a couple orders of business. As a lot of you already know, I am running the London Marathon in the end of April. I know that you guys like supporting these things, and I'm running with a company who is very much worth supporting. This sweater I have on, they gave it to me. So the company is Release Recovery Foundation. They provide addiction services and mental health services to people who otherwise would not be able to afford them. So if you'd like to help support the fundraising that I'm doing in the marathon, I'm going to put the link in the description. Anything, it doesn't have to be this huge amount, just anything would be very helpful, and it goes towards something good. Second order of business, if for some reason you watch this and you're like, wow, I want more. On Mondays, I post the No One Asked for This podcast. That's my podcast. It's the only one that I own. If you've seen me on other podcasts, those are not mine. So if you like the episodes I'm on other podcasts, this one is just me all the time. So go check that out on YouTube and Spotify. Last thing I'll leave you with, if you haven't yet, turn on notifications.
I don't know what I'm
doing. Go in
doing.
the comments and tell me that I have a big nose. Why was that the instinctive one that I asked you to do? Why was that the first thing that I went to? Whatever. It's not getting any smaller. Episode 52. Let's run it.
The setup, what? Oh. We have another ad. Oh my gosh. I'm sorry, you guys.
Let's go over.
Goodbye, TurboTax. I'm sorry, I don't need insurance, though. I don't need insurance.
Description. You can go get one. All right, dear Mr. Timu Brand Ryan Reynolds. That was mean. That was mean. You didn't have to do that, but you did. My name is Georgia, and I live in London. I watch the premiere with you all every week on Friday. Love it. This story is from when I was teaching in London. It was my first year, and I had a particular group of older students who insisted on making my life a living hell. From the first day of school, they just didn't like me, and I didn't know why. During the beginning of the year, them not liking me was just not doing any schoolwork and not listening to any instructions. But as the year went on, their hatred of me grew very quickly. Jesus Christ. About halfway through the year, one of the students in this group basically explained that they're going to do anything they had to do to get me fired. Oh my God!
That
Students
sucks.
working together against you, they are a powerful group. You don't want a horde of kids against you. I told this to my principal, and she basically laughed it off, saying that they were just kids being kids. Well, I didn't view it as that, and I wanted to protect myself. In order to do that, I put a security camera inside of my classroom. I wanted to have any evidence in case there was anything that happened while the class was taking place. I expected to catch them in an argument with me during the school day, but I caught something much worse. Jesus!
What is that?
The suspense that you guys build in these stories is just it's an art form. My camera
it is,
signaled
yeah.
that there was movement during the weekend. I assumed it was the cleaners or something, but I checked it anyway. What I saw was a group of 4 students entering my classroom, putting something in my desk, and leaving. Oh my God, this is like something out of a movie. When I got to school on Monday, I went straight to my room and looked in my desk. In the first drawer was a pew-pew device.
Oh.
What? I don't know if I can say this on YouTube, but they put a weapon in your desk. Next to it was a large white brick. Oh my God, what year did this take place? The students had planted a weapon and an ounce of cocaine in my desk. Oh my God, these kids went full El Chapo on your ass. Wow. The dedication. Honestly, it's admirable amount of dedication to the bit. My principal had told me that she had gotten an anonymous tip that I was acting strange the week before, and that she should investigate my room for evidence. Yes, because all the times that I was acting in a way that was not maybe fit to be a teacher, I brought evidence into the classroom to, keep it there, to store it as if I owned the building. I showed her the security footage and explained that they had planted it. I was fired for illegally filming my classroom. I had to go to court to fight the drug and weapon possession charges because my principal did not believe that I had nothing to do with the weapon or the drugs. Oh my God. Can't see the forest through the trees. What's going on here? The
Who put
students were
doors
never
in the
charged with
forest?
anything because they were all wearing masks and no one could prove that it was them. Oh my God. Mission impossible. That's crazy. I hope your day is going better than my first and only year of teaching went. Yeah, if this is your first year and you have kids planting drugs in your class to get you fired and it works, you're not made for this. Something's not adding up. It's not going to start working in your favor next year. You're always going to be the kingpin teacher to them. So I wouldn't stick with it. No, I'd go do something else. Yeah, no.
Work at Starbucks.
I'd quit. I'd quit too. No, I'd be done
Give
with
me
it. I'd be so
Starbucks.
done with this. We've read a lot of stories where sometimes the teacher does deserve what happens to them. This I don't feel is that. If this is the person's first year teaching, there's a fair to good chance that they're not going really out of their way to be bad to these students. They're probably terrified that something like this is going to happen, and here we are. Oh, sweet Christ, that is crazy. Well, Georgia, thank you for writing in. Let's do another one.
Georgia, what was that story? Story to the hike. What?
All right, here we go again.
What are these
Hello
names?
to the chubby ruler of the kingdom. That's crazy.
Yes.
That's a crazy thing to say to anyone.
Oh, be
God.
quiet,
My name is
Laura.
Alex, and I live in Colorado, and I love your YouTube channel. I have a bet. Christ, always with the bets. I'm gonna read this, but I'm gonna say no. I'm gonna decline the bet. Watch me have self-control. If you hit 1 million subs on YouTube before April Fool's Day, you should do a vlog walking around New York dressed as Elphaba. Deal.
Oh!
Why would I do that? The story's from when I was in 9th grade. Our school was fixed at the base of a mountain range, so we regularly went on hikes and nature trips as a school. That's sick. That's awesome.
I want to do it, yeah.
One
We
hike
have a
we
nature
did
trail.
was with a teacher that the entire school absolutely hated.
We have a nature trail at our school, and we're actually not allowed to go in it anymore because of the poison ivy or whatever. Screw that. Why don't they just fix up the woods? They're actually starting to start a fundraiser to fix up the woods or whatever, the nature trail, so everybody can explore the nature. I think I remember it. First grade, we went on it, and then I think everybody else like got banned from it, so nobody else got to do it because we do like camp week. It was the best week. She would give us like bags of crackers, chocolate, and marshmallows, and we turned our tables into like tents, so we could like sit under our tables, and we would bring blankets and like cover it. It was super fun. I loved it so much.
Her name was Miss Lavole, and she was this incredibly disrespectful older woman.
Oh, okay.
I got put in her group
Lovely.
for a field trip where we were going on a hike, which I was obviously very upset about. This hike had a few specific trails that were less difficult and a couple that were much more extreme. Miss Lavole basically told the class that they don't have what it takes to do the more extreme trail, and obviously a group of 9th graders is not going to agree. Also, why does it have to be we all go down with the ship or none of us? Why can't it be like, oh, 3 of these kids in 9th grade want to go on the trail, the other ones can just not? So we all went on the more extreme trail. We got to a part of the trail where we were up against the side of a mountain with a walking path that was about 2.5 feet wide. You can put me down for hell no. No. No, absolutely not. I don't want
I'd be
to do that
scared.
at all. On the right side of us was a steep drop-off that went down about 500 feet. Do you know how many other ways there are to just enjoy nature? You don't have to be in the food chain to enjoy nature. You don't have to go on Fear Factor in order to experience nature. Miss Lavole confidently led our group down the trail, saying that she's been doing this her whole life and that the class would benefit from a little bit of respect for their elders. As she was saying this, her foot slipped and she fell down the side of the mountain. Oh my god.
What?
Is she dead? She's got to be dead, right? The class was completely silent. The other chaperone in the back of the line started nervously laughing out loud. Oh my god. The entire class followed suit and we all started laughing after this happened. Unfortunately, Miss Lavole died. Oh my god.
Oh!
Wait. Well, actually, that's what we think happened. Her body was never recovered, which makes sense because we live in bear country. Why are you saying this so nonchalant? This is a horrific thing to happen.
What?
Got eaten by a bear after falling. Yeah, typical. What? Why are you being...
What the frick? No. Why would... I feel so bad for that teacher, but also they did say she was really disrespectful, but also like... Well, that's what we think happened because her body was never discovered because we live in bear country. What? I'm trying to comprehend all of that. That's actually like insane. Yeah.
Calm
No.
about this. This
Yeah,
is not
no.
a calming situation. Thank you for reading the story. I hope it goes in episode 52 of Classroom Horror Stories. Now go protect the trees. Screw
Yep,
the trees.
Lorax, go
What
protect the
happened to Miss
trees.
Lavole? Like, I get it. Her last words were her, like, being kind of a but, like, falling 500 feet down the side of a mountain and then getting eaten by a bear? I have trouble believing anyone deserves that fate, you know?
You know what? I think some people do.
Oh.
Come on.
My god, that is gruesome. You all laughing at
Wow.
the end is the craziest thing I've ever heard.
Yeah,
Imagine being a hiker who's stumbling on your group. You're all looking down the mountain as your teacher becomes like a snowball, and you're all just howling laughing. It would look like a cult sacrifice. It's not good. That's not gonna
Cult
end well
sacrifice.
in jail. Also, no
Oh,
one ever
boy.
gives context for after. It's always just, yeah, the teacher exploded. No next day, no like public response, no police follow up. You all are too desensitized to horrific things, okay? And I'm talking to you, Jesus.
Me? Story 3, the prank. What?
Well, here.
One of you can create your
Oh
own
my
website and
gosh,
say, "This is
bro!"
what I want." With
I'm turning off
links,
the volume.
you can.
Here we are, another story to read. I usually
Yay.
say at this point in the episode that, it can't get any worse than the first 2, but I'm not going to say that because every time I say that, I read one that makes my stomach turn. So here's the next one. Okay, dearest protector of all things fat and orange.
Yes, our beautiful Lorax.
Is it anger? Is it sadness? Is it anxiety? How do I feel about that? I need to think on this one.
If you want to know why people keep calling him a fat, fluffy orange blob or something like that, and I keep saying yes, Lorax, you'll have to watch all the Classroom Horror Stories. He He dressed up as a Lorax for one of them, and now everybody knows him as the fat, fluffy orange blob. The savior and protector of the trees and the mayor of Whoville. And Alexander Hamilton. You'll have to watch all the episodes to understand what we're talking about. Clarifying that.
Think this one through. I'm writing in with probably one of the most ridiculous stories you'll read on this page. It's
Lovely!
been said before, and it's almost always one of the most ridiculous things I've ever seen. Yeah, so great. Can't wait. More trauma. Fantastic. My name is Douglas, and in 2012, I was a senior in high school. We were a little over halfway through the school year, and all the seniors of the class were obviously getting ready to be done with high school. That is a fun time. That's a fun time.
Yes.
It was senior prank season, and all the seniors were getting into groups and
I
deciding
love
what they were
senior
gonna
prank
do
season.
to prank the school, specifically the
When I cannot do senior prank because, well, I'm not a senior in high school. I think that's true. You can tell. So, but I love this story. Here's a bunch of the stories for senior pranks. I love those. I think one time, one of the stories was, some kids stole a school bus. A group of kids stole a school bus and was driving on a highway for the senior prank, and then they parked the school bus in front of the principal's house and just kept ringing the doorbell. But the principal never came out. So they just got on the school bus, went back to the highway, and one of their dads was like the school bus driver. So the dad was like, where's my keys in my bus? So, yeah. Yeah. It was a funny story, though.
teachers. I feel like every time I read a story that's based around a prank, it's not a
Yeah.
prank. It's assault.
Yeah.
Or a crime of some sort. We
Yeah.
had one teacher in the school who was specifically a traveling substitute. Now that's
Oh,
a
no.
career. Good
Oh, no.
God. This person is a stormtrooper. Oh my God. This meant that whenever a teacher was out, this person would come in and watch the class. This specific substitute's name was Mr. Banks, and he was well known around the school because he would literally walk in, take attendance, and fall asleep until 2 minutes before the period ended. Living the dream. Living my dream. I would just
What?
see ya. Adios. No, I'd probably end up how this person's gonna end up. I would get screwed with immediately when I fell asleep.
Yeah.
We genuinely had no idea how we got away with it in the school, but obviously we didn't care because it allowed us to do whatever we wanted during the period. Sick. It's a win-win. Well, unfortunately for Miss Banks, the seniors decided he'd be a good target to
So does
prank
Mr.
because
Banks.
he's already not doing his job. The logic is
No, hold on. I thought it was Mr. Banks. I swore it was Mr. Banks. Can somebody put in the comments if it was Mrs. Banks? Sorry. If it was Mrs. Banks, Miss Banks, Mrs. Banks, or Mr. Banks. Because I swore it was Mr. Banks. Tell me if I'm wrong, because I swore that he said Mr. Banks. I'm paused.
Mr. Banks was substituting in my science
Is that
class, which
Mr.
took
Banks?
place in a
What?
science lab.
Yeah.
It's always the science labs. If there's poop or fire, I'm going to be very upset. As usual, Mr. Banks took attendance and immediately fell asleep. A few students in the class decided to take this opportunity to try to prank Mr. Banks. We had all planned to drop a book next to his head, which would probably scare him and wake him up quickly. While that would be horrifying for me, I don't think it's bad enough for you to be writing into this series. Well, what we didn't know was that there were other kids in the class who wanted to do something a little bit more. Mr. Banks fell asleep with a cap on his head to block out the light in the room. One of the students decided to light his cap on fire.
What?
That's attempted homicide.
What? I feel bad for Mr. Banks. I feel bad for him for reading this, and I feel bad for me now. Because he wore a cap on his head, and some kids set it on fire. I'm sorry, Mr. Banks. Is he okay? Oh my God, is he okay? Is he okay? Please tell me he's okay.
Right? Right? When it happened, everyone in the class started panicking silently because we didn't want to wake up Mr. Banks.
That would already wake him
It's
up.
Like a
What?
mime tragedy where it's just like... The fire on his cap grew way faster than we thought it would, and in about 5 seconds, Mr. Banks' entire head was on fire. Holy crap! Mr. Banks could sleep through the apocalypse. God damn it. We all started panicking, thinking that he was going to get burned to death. Yeah, that's fair. Another
Yeah.
student who was intending to be part of the first prank grabbed the book that he was intending to hit the desk to wake him up with. Well, unfortunately for Mr. Banks, he lifted his head right as the student was slamming the book down on the desk. The student smashed the book over Mr. Banks's flaming head and knocked him unconscious. What? Ironically, the hit from the book put
What?
the fire out, but when Mr. Banks woke up,
What? Okay, first of all, he got his head caught on fire because some kid lit his hat on fire, and then he got slammed in the head with a book and fell unconscious. Did I say conscience? Conscience. Unconscious. 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 I don't know how to say it, but like, what? I'm so sorry, Mr. Banks. I'm so sorry if you're still out here. If you are living, I'm sorry.
he had a burnt circle of missing hair on the top of his head. Jesus Christ. From what I've heard, Mr. Banks has never slept in class after that. Thank you for taking the time to read the story. I'm sorry that Martha Mayhew didn't like you. Why is this the new thing, where we start and finish all of these stories with the meanest thing I've ever heard? When did that become a thing? Well, we did it again. We collectively survived another episode of Classroom Horror Stories. By we, I mean I survived. You all enjoy this. You like the drama that comes from this.
I did.
Here's my
did.
question. Do you genuinely want another episode of this? Or
Yes.
is this just a bit right now? Go in the comments and make me believe you. You could be anywhere, and I could be anywhere. We could all collectively be anywhere. We all chose to be right here, 5 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, to watch this dumpster fire. I have a question real quick. In episode 51, I had Miss Lattimore join for Classroom Horror Stories. I want to know who you want me to bring on
Alexander
future
Hamilton.
episodes of Classroom Horror Stories. They can be teacher influencers, regular influencers, celebrities, whatever. Who do
Alexander
you think would be
Hamilton.
a good fit to join
Louis
me
A.
for another
Louis A.
episode of Classroom Horror
Yes.
Stories? Let me know in the
Louis A.
comments, tag them, send it to them, do what you gotta do. Regardless, this should be enough to keep me awake for the next week. Fantastic.
You're welcome.
I'll see you guys for episode 53 of this horrific series.
Okay. So, again, if you guys want me to do another episode of reacting to these absolutely insane, unhinged, crazy stories, put it in the comments down below. I will do another reaction video if you want me to. So excited. I love Classroom Horror Stories, and if you know who Louis A is, do you think he should be in a Classroom Horror Story? Because his reactions are pretty funny. I feel like he would laugh at most of these. Also, should he do should he do another Classroom Horror Story dressed as the Lorax, Alexander Hamilton, Mayor of Whoville? I think he should. We should start a bet with that. I'm gonna make a bet. I'm gonna make a bet with you, Tyler Jackowski. I'm making a bet that you are gonna dress up if this video gets 50 likes, because that's a lot for me. If this video gets 50 likes, then you're gonna dress up as the Lorax Alexander Hamilton, Mayor of Whoville, for the next Classroom Horror Story video of, yeah. So I will link his channel down in the description or the caption or whatever. But yeah, if you guys want another reaction video to Classroom Horror Stories, I love them, and I think you guys might too. So if you guys want another episode of this, put it down in the comments, and I will do one. Because I love these Classroom Horror Stories, and next time we could start off with episode 1. Because we started off with the newest episode. Because you set your teacher on fire? I'm actually gonna probably do one of my favorite ones. You exploded the class pet. That might be my next one. That'll probably be my next one. So yeah, if you guys want another episode of this, make sure to put it down in the comments below, and I will do another reaction video. Yeah. So, I'm gonna pin Tyler's account down below. Tyler Jackowski, aka the Lorax, Mayor of Whoville, Alexander Hamilton. Yeah. Bye, guys. Thank you for watching this video with me. Later, Puppy Pookies. Bye!